the G8 gets no love until today. Welcome back to my channel. I cleaned up the G8. So today I'm gonna go and see if I can get the inner tie rod changed. So I'm gonna go up to the shop. I have the inner tie rod and the tool to take it off. I've never done it before, and I've never seen any videos of anybody else doing it. So I'm just gonna look at it and see if I can figure it out myself. So let's get started. Okay, so now that I'm in the shop, I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up in the front, and the tie-in rod that's broken is over on this side, the passenger side. So I'm gonna jack this side up, take this wheel off, and start to see how I can take it off. Again, this is another hot day here, so I'm gonna try to get this done as soon as possible because I know it's gonna start heating up. And I had fans in the shop that I can turn on, but that's gonna mess up my audio. And the fans actually just blow around hot air anyway. So my goal is just to go ahead and get this done as soon as possible, and I can get out of here. So let's get started. Okay, got the wheel off. And this is the tie rod that I'm changing. If you look at it, you can see it's kind of conked up there. This is the one that's broken. And I'm not exactly sure. When they had it up on the rack at Firestone, the guy was moving it all around and showing me how it was broken. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this boot off and see what I can see. But here's the new one over here. So here's the new one. So I'm assuming that just goes right up in there like that. And the part that's humped up like that shouldn't be that way. So, well, let's get started. All right, not sure how well you can see this, but when I pull the boot off, that is sitting like that. And I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be that way. So let's go ahead and get this tool in here to separate this, and I'll take it off and I'll show you how it looks once I get it off. Okay, so before I take this off, I measured from here down to this nut right here, just so that when I change it, I can kind of put it back at that same distance, so that my alignment can be somewhat the same. So that's what I want to do. I'm probably gonna have to get it realigned anyway, but I just want it really close. So that's why I just took this measurement, and now I'm getting ready to take this off. I'm gonna start with this nut down here. I'm gonna take this loose from here, and then I should be able to spin that around. Okay, so I got this ball, well, not ball joint, but this inner tie rod tube attached to it, like a little U-boat, but it got grips on it to grip the ball, and you put a pull handle or a ratchet on it, which I got there. And basically what you do is you rotate it, and that breaks it loose. And I already broke it loose. It was kind of tight, but it wasn't too tight. I broke it loose, and now I'm gonna take the tool off, and I should be able to spin it off with my hand, and I'll show you side by side on why I'm replacing this one. Okay, so once you got the tie rod off, I'm looking at it, and you can kind of see where it's bent right there. That's not supposed to be at that angle, right there. So it's actually bent, not broken. So, and you can kind of see it better right there too. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tie rod end off, and go ahead and get the boot off and get everything assembled onto the new tie rod. So, okay, here's a picture of the new tie rod side by side. The fan is off now, so I'm hoping you can hear me better. But as you can see, this is the new one. It rolls smooth. This one you can see is clearly bent. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this boot on the new one, get the tie rod end on it, and get it on the car and get it adjusted. Okay, so I ran into a small issue that held me up a little bit, but let me show you what it was. So the old tie rod, inner tie rod, was bent. So therefore it was bent down and was easy for me to take it out because it was up under this this bar here. So let me see it from this angle. It was going up under this bar, and it was easy for me to twist it. So with the new one, I couldn't get it in there because the bar, it was in the way of the bar. So what I had to do is I had to get another jack right here, and I had to put it up under this hub assembly and jack it up to kind of get this bar out of the way so that I can screw the new tie rod in like that. So I'm about to screw it in now. I just wanted to mention that to you because you definitely have to get this hub assembly up and straight in order to put it on. And with the car being jacked up, basically it's not straight. The wheel is hanging down, which all of this is hanging down, and it gets in the way of the tie rod. Okay, got the tie rod in, all tightened up. So now I'm about to put the boot on, which just has this wire that holds that end on, and a clamp that holds the small end on. So I'm going to get that on, and I'll put the tie rod end on. Okay, got the inner tie rod all in, the boot's on, and the tie rod end is on, and it's all adjusted. One thing to look for is the new tie rod actually came with a bigger locking bolt. The original was a 19 millimeter, and this seems to be a 22 millimeter. So don't know why they changed it, but that's just something to keep in mind, which is why I don't really like putting tool sizes in my videos, because they can definitely change and be random. So I got everything together. Only thing I have to do now is put this stabilizer bar back up, which I have to let this jack down in order to connect that, and connect that back, put the tire on, and hope that my alignment is somewhat close to where it was before. And I'll drive the car back home. Okay, got the tire back on and the car together. I can see where my alignment is not 100% the way it was. If you can see on this wheel, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera very well, but that wheel sticks out just a little. It's pointing to the right or to my left, actually, the way the camera is a little bit. And if you come on this side, you'll see this one looks to be pretty much straight. So I think that's close enough just for me to drive it home. So I'm got to take it to the alignment shop anyway, so I think that should be good. So, all right, so let me go ahead and back the car out, and I'll close this video out when I get home. Okay, back at the house now, as you can see. The car drives good. The steering wheel is a little crooked, but as far as the tracking of the car, it actually stays in the center of the road. So even though I feel like the alignment is still off a little bit, there's still some rattling coming up from what has to be up under the driver's side, because everything up under the passenger side on the front has been replaced. So it has to be coming from the driver's side, and I got to figure out what that is. It's just, I don't think it has anything to do with the driving of the car. It's just annoying when you go over the bumps. You can hear the clinking and clacking and stuff. So I got to get that taken care of. Other than that, the G8 should be done. It should hopefully not done, but it's done to where I feel comfortable driving the car now, and I might drive it to work a couple of days a week just to keep it going. And you know, because a car sits down too much, it starts to fall apart. So thanks for watching. Click on that subscribe button if you haven't. Click that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.